at the hands of U.S. and Israeli forces here is simply breathtaking. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. And there are some pretty amazing victories in the past that we could look to, but this is truly unique. And the thing that we've talked about before, Don, that I just can't get over is our operation in the last 2 weeks targeting with drone strikes individual members of the IRGC at traffic stops and in the streets of various Iranian cities. These are the guys who actually murdered 40,000 peaceful protesters in Iran back in January and would gladly do it again to prevent any rising of the Iranian people. They're going to fail, and they're going to fail because of advanced technology operated by the United States and Israel.
As we heard already, search and rescue efforts are underway in southern Iran after an American fighter jet was shot down over Iranian airspace. Panel guests joining us now to talk about the impact. We had Rod Martin, chairman at the Institute for the American Future and board member at the Center for Security Policy, plus founder and CEO of Martin Capital. Also joining us is Rick Fischer, senior fellow at the International Assessment and Strategy Center. So welcome both. Thank you for joining us. Rod, I'm wondering if you could put this into perspective for us. It's been more than 30 days since the U.S. has launched this operation on Iran, and there has been only one incident such as this. I mean, does this show just how capable the U.S. military is?
There is hardly a better endorsement of American air dominance than the fact that we've flown 13,000 missions over Iran in the last few weeks. And this is the only plane they've been able to shoot down. And this is an F-15E. This is not one of our stealth fighters. This is not an F-22. This is not an F-35. It's certainly not a B-2 bomber. It is an airframe that was constructed in 1989 based on a design from the 1970s. It is a wonderful plane. It has a great crew, and we pray that the remaining crew member is found expeditiously. But the truth is, we use these planes in areas where we don't face a lot of opposition. And it's not surprising that one finally got shot down. It is very surprising that lots more haven't.
Okay, so Rick, similar question to you. Compare the U.S.'s military capability with other countries, especially Iran. And what is there to be said that the plane shot down, as Rod mentioned, is a 15E?
Yes, this is an F-15E, as Rod pointed out, not a stealth aircraft. It's our bomb truck. It's our main tactical strike fighter. The U.S. Air Force has about 220 of them in inventory, and they're being replaced by a newer model, the F-15EX. That Iran would shoot one down after 20,000 American and Israeli sorties over that country in the last month is not very surprising. We certainly hope and pray that the remaining combat systems operator remains hidden until that person can be extracted. But the United States military has also invested enormously in combat rescue. Hard lessons learned during the Korean War and then the Vietnam War are all being brought to bear here. The pilot is trained fantastically in evasion. He has equipment to communicate with potential rescue operators. But on the other hand, he's also being searched for by multiple countries, not just Iranians on the ground, but also from space by the Chinese and the Russians. Their space assets are looking for him as well to direct the Iranians to capture him. We are in a race to find this remaining pilot. It was certainly a military operation success to have rescued one of the pilots. Most likely, we will rescue the second.
Okay, so Rod, there's no doubt that the Iranian regime is going to try to use this to its own advantage. Just for our viewers, so they can discern from propaganda and reality, what kind of message is the Iranian regime going to try to portray?
Well, they're going to portray this as an enormous defeat. And of course, it's not exactly something we want to happen, but they portray all kinds of things. They are constantly telling us ridiculous lies about their supposed victories. We were told at some length that they had either sunk the USS Ford or successfully attacked it. No, it had a laundry room fire. It's on its way back to combat after a very short time. And this is the thing, the overwhelming nature of the victory we are watching unfold at the hands of US and Israeli forces here is simply breathtaking. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. And there are some pretty amazing victories in the past that we could look to, but this is truly unique. And the thing that we've talked about before, Don, that I just can't get over is our operation in the last 2 weeks targeting with drone strikes individual members of the IRGC at traffic stops and in the streets of various Iranian cities. These are the guys who actually murdered 40,000 peaceful protesters in Iran back in January and would gladly do it again to prevent any rising of the Iranian people. They're going to fail, and they're going to fail because of advanced technology operated by the United States and Israel.
Yeah, those are great points, Rod. It's no question that the U.S. military is completely overwhelming Iran right now. But Rick, to find this pilot, does that mean troops on the ground in Iran, or what is the procedure to do this?
Well, long-standing procedure, Don, has been to locate the pilot via electronic or other aerial or space surveillance systems, and then to dispatch helicopters, usually, to that location, extract the pilot. Those helicopters will likely be supported by C-130 gunships. This is something that the U.S. military, most of the services have practiced in their own way for decades. It's something that we do very well, and the chances are very good that, provided this remaining pilot is not located by Iranians first, that this person will be rescued.
So, Rod, is there anything you'd like to add to this question of rescuing the pilot?
Well, very much our prayers for him and for the people who are going to save him. But I want to stress that the fact that we're able to do search and rescue operations in Khuzestan, which is the primary oil producing province of Iran, basically unopposed, tells you just how rare and remarkable this particular shooting down of this F-15E truly is. Again, as we were just talking about, over 20,000 sorties over Iran between the U.S. and Israel, 13,000 plus from the U.S. alone. And this is the first incident. It's really like nothing in the history of warfare. And our search and rescue teams, I think, have an incredibly good shot.
So, Rick, just piggybacking off of what Rod said, in any high-intensity conflict, I mean, is it even realistic? Is it even possible to expect zero losses?
Absolutely not. The United States has already suffered deaths and multiple, many woundings from the Iranian missile strikes against bases hosting American forces. And against our diplomatic compounds, embassies as well. So this is a war. We are seeking to defeat the Iranian terror regime. We are seeking to destroy its nuclear weapons potential. We are seeking to destroy its missile production capacity. We are trying to lay low this regime and hopefully prepare the way for the Iranian people to come forth and demand and replace this terror regime that has been a plague on humanity for 47 years. Let's hope and pray that they succeed as well, as we pray for the recovery of our lost pilot.
So, Rod, how do you think the U.S. might respond to this shot down aircraft? Is there a need to respond, or should the U.S. just simply continue on this operation until it is completed?
Oh, yeah, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And it's incredibly effective. The president is exactly right in his remarks the other night. This is an unparalleled operation. And Rick is exactly right. It's not just the nuclear potential. Marco Rubio was just on NTD in a clip talking about the fact that they want to keep those many, many hundreds of kilograms of 60% enriched uranium, because that gives them the capacity, if they have almost nothing else go right, to create 11 nuclear weapons. Well, that wouldn't matter so much if they didn't have a ballistic missile program that now we learn actually puts them in range of London. The intermediate range ballistic missiles they lied about and pretended not to have, that they fired at Diego Garcia, proves that they're a threat to much of the world. And that is one small step for a country that has already orbited a satellite from an ICBM that can threaten Washington and New York and Kansas City and San Antonio. So this is absolutely the highest priority in the world right now. This is the number one state sponsor of terror on the planet. They are the locus, the funding, the direction, and absolutely the armament of every major armed conflict in the Middle East today. And what President Trump is doing is absolutely necessary. They're just going to keep rolling until the job is done.
Yeah, and President Trump said in that speech the other day that this is an investment for the children and grandchildren of America, right? So, Rick, I'll give you the final thought here. Anything else you'd like to add? Does this incident that this F-15E was down, does it change any of the U.S.'s strategic calculus at all?
Absolutely not. The United States, President Trump has given the military their marching and flying orders, and as Rod indicated, they're going to continue. They're going to get the job done, destroy these Iranian nuclear and missile capabilities, hopefully force this regime to the negotiating table so that it agrees to unhinder oil transit through Straits of Hormuz, and that it will be fantastically weakened so that the people of Iran can replace this terror regime, a plague on them and a plague on humanity.
Okay, well, great conversation today to the both of you. Rod, Rick, thank you so much.